from here. Make some noise if you live in Chicago.
Whoa!
Oh, man. I love Chicago. It's the most Midwest city, you know. It's a big city, Midwest enough that strangers will still talk with you about the weather while you're waiting for the bus. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about? It's fantastic. But Chicago, it's a big city enough city that it has the country's largest gun violence problem.
Yeah!
You guys give it up. CPS needs reform, you guys. Give it up. Give it up. I think they should pretty much print, as opposed to 30 degrees feels like -15, it should say, feels like Chicago's policies adversely affect poor families. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Clap it up. CPS needs reform, you guys. Look, here's the thing. You can't have 2 Cooking Network shows devoted to rich people eating food you can't afford and expect to have economic equality, all right? You've got to pick your battles. The worst thing I saw a show where all they did was they made something called a rich boy sandwich. And it was the exact same thing as a poor boy sandwich. It just didn't go to jail for minor drug possession charges. What a bummer, guys. I'm pretty pumped for myself. I'll be 30 soon. Where are my 25-year-olds and up, you guys? Clap your hands if you've got perspective! Oh, I love it, because now I can see that the cool person I thought I was in college and the lame person I was in high school were absolutely flip-flopped, you guys. In college, bros back me up here. College, you wake up every day, oh man, I'm gonna drink forever. Oh, I'm gonna do LSD and go to class, woo! And man, girls and their emotions sure are confusing. And now we're all sitting here at 30 and we're like, man, my liver screwed up forever. Oh, I better stretch before work or I'll have back problems. And I really hurt Mary's feelings emotionally. You guys know what I'm talking about? Guys, make some noise. If you were 22, Mary put herself out there. You push her back. Gentlemen, do you know how I'm feeling here? Can we all agree?
Yeah.
Can we give it up? We were emotionally unavailable. She was right there, and we just pushed her away. And I think the reason I did that is because I became a huge burnout in college because I really perceived myself as a big loser in high school. Like, if there had been a purge when I was in high school, my big crime would have been downloading as much anime as I could illegally. That would have been how I, fuck you, man, I'm stealing all this Inuyasha. That was how I was going to tear it up. So I took it way too far in college, but it's tough because in high school, when you're big passion in high school, when all your friends look at you and they're athletic, they've got girlfriends, and your big passion is dolphins, you set the bar at a certain extent in college where you really want to try to succeed. Despite that nerdy transgressions of my adolescence, guys, I pulled something really cool off recently. I did get married, and I pulled it off. And wedding's great and all, but it's difficult. It's a party for 200 of your friends, and you're paying for it. And it takes me 4 minutes to pick my driver in Mario Kart. That's a lot of decisions, you guys. That's a lot of decisions. Cool thing is, though, there's a website called The Knot. It's KNOT, theknot.com. And it breaks things down for you so simply. It says, pick a wedding date. Decide on a color scheme. Choose which entrees you're going to serve and let the venue know. Real easy steps. And that's good because it's a challenge. We had a big guest list, and it's tough to decide who gets to come and who gets to go. Here's the tip I use, guys. Feel free to use it. Anybody, if you weren't invited to my wedding and I'm friends with you, it's because I either secretly hate you or I secretly want to fuck you. And I use that same rule on the ladies, too. I think I'm onto something, though, with this, because 10 years from now, if numbers hold true, most people who are married will be divorced. It's like 60% at this point, some more than once. So I'm going to open up a website, guys. It's going to be called Unraveled.com. It's going to be real straightforward. It's going to say, hey, pick a new substance abuse to really dig in with, It's going to have decide on a high school flame to reach out to in a pathetic attempt to hook up. Choose which child to blame the divorce on. And tell them. I think it's foolproof. The only odd thing about my wedding was my parents said that I had to have a Catholic wedding. which is kind of weird because it's not really my bag. And my mom said, well, you know what? Princess Diana was the only royal member to not have a Catholic wedding, and we both know how that turned out. So we went ahead with it, which is pretty tough. So I don't know. I'll leave you with this thought, you guys. You think that when like the police catch a serial killer and they're interviewing him, and the serial killer says, "Oh, God appeared to me and told me to slash those teenagers." You think that God's ever really pissed off that guy couldn't keep his mouth shut? You know, right? All right, guys, I'm Parker Cavey. Make some noise for Chris. Give him back. Thank you so much.